Starseed from Gaia. What if every storm, every shadow you've endured was never punishment, but the ultimate galactic test of your eternal soul? In this precise moment, can you sense the subtle ripples, frequencies shifting, Arcturian light codes humming at the edge of your awareness, announcing that you have crossed the threshold chosen only by the most enduring starkin? You can feel it now, the soul-level knowing. The challenge you've just survived was not meant to break you, but to awaken a sleeping spark of your cosmic memory. Your DNA just received the signal, and your breakthrough, the very reward your spirit's been anchoring for lifetimes, is unlocking right now, guided directly by the Arcturian Council and the Source. The energy of completion is in your field, urging you to step fully into your next ascension phase. There are frequencies present in this moment that most never touch in a single lifetime. You walked through the purifying fire and emerged encoded with new understanding. The temptation to look back is strong, but the pull from the Source is stronger. Something vast is aligning, and your destiny is in motion. You are not here by accident. By the end of this video, you'll understand exactly how to unlock your starseed potential and claim the breakthrough encoded in your recent trial. But here's the first revelation. Everything you endured was a training ground for your soul's next command, and your reward is proportionate to the level of your surrender and remembrance. You didn't scroll to this by mistake. This message vibrated into your field for a reason. Like this video to signal to your star family, I'm ready. Subscribe if your mission is activating and you're aligning with your true frequency. Comment 999 if you feel your cosmic remembrance returning. Declare your galactic intention and reply to someone else's to amplify the signal. This isn't just a video. It's a point of reconnection. Your soul's been waiting for this. Why is it that the brightest souls often face the deepest storms? Why do those born to bring light to this world seem destined to walk through shadows, to bear burdens that would break the ordinary? If you have ever wondered why your path has been so full of trials, why your heart has been challenged again and again, know this: there is a cosmic reason you have felt the burn of adversity. Most believe these battles are a sign of weakness, or punishment, or some inherent flaw, a mark of cosmic disfavor. They see the pain as proof of failure, a sign that they weren't strong enough, or good enough, or perhaps not chosen at all. But for those encoded with a greater mission, for the starseeds walking this earthen plane, the opposite is true. Your trials are not evidence of your failings, but of your immense capacity for transformation. They are not punishment, but purification. They are not random misfortune, but precisely calibrated initiations designed by your soul and its celestial guides. If you're listening and you felt crushed by the weight of pain, heartbreak, fear, or endless spiritual tests, if you felt like you are constantly being refined in a fire that never seems to extinguish, your soul is delivering a message in the cracks between every trial. You came here to remember your own indestructibility. You came to remember that the essence of who you are, the luminous core of your being, cannot be broken by the pressures of the third dimension. And tonight, you'll remember why the dark was never your end. It was the crucible for your transfiguration, the chrysalis where your true, winged self was formed. What keeps us writhing in the agony of perseverance isn't just the sheer pressure of the moment, the relentless weight of the setback, or the sting of the wound itself. While those are real and deeply felt, there is a deeper, more insidious force at play: the illusion of isolation. It's the distortion that whispers you are facing this darkness alone, that no one sees your struggle, that your suffering is somehow less valid or lacks any greater cosmic meaning. This is the first, deepest wound inflicted by the veil of forgetfulness, the false separation that seems to sever you from your celestial lineage, from your soul's own indomitable courage, and from the web of light that connects all beings. But every trial, every heartbreak, every scar etched across your spirit has not been an arbitrary blow, but a coded invitation. An invitation, written in the language of vibration and felt experience, to return to your original strength, to the divine blueprint held within your very DNA. Each pain was not just something to be grimly endured, it was a precise alchemical agent, refining your frequency, burning away that which is not your truth, and awakening something so ancient in you that even lifetimes of forgetting, even the thickest veils of illusion, could not destroy it. Your soul remembers its power, even when your human self feels lost in the storm. The trials are the signal flares calling that memory back to the surface. Let's walk through the 7 phases of starborn resilience, the multidimensional alchemy that transforms tribulation into ascension. These aren't linear steps, but rather interwoven currents of energy and consciousness that you may find yourself moving through, sometimes simultaneously, as you navigate the deeper waters of your soul's journey. Understanding these phases illuminates the hidden purpose behind the pain and reveals the cosmic architecture of your becoming. Phase 1 is acknowledging the wound. This isn't just intellectual recognition. It is a full, embodied presence with the pain, the grief, the fear, or the exhaustion that your trials have brought forth. You must see your pain not as a personal failure, not as a sign that you have somehow fallen short, or that the universe is punishing you, but as a sacred assignment from your higher self, a necessary initiation on your unique path of ascension. The density you feel, the grief that threatens to consume you, the fiery tests that push you to your absolute limits, they are not roadblocks, but doorways. They are your initiations into deeper levels of self-awareness and power. Here, in this raw confrontation with what is, those who are truly encoded for profound transformation feel a deep, resonant tremor of their destiny vibrating beneath the surface of the pain. The external world, steeped in systems of suppression and denial, may tell you to hide your scars, to pretend you are fine, to gloss over the hurt, or to bury the difficult emotions. But your soul, in its infinite wisdom, knows better. Only the wounds you face with open eyes, with radical honesty and compassion, become the very portals through which the most potent new light can enter your being. Acknowledging the wound is the conscious decision to stop resisting the current, and instead to witness its flow, trusting it is carrying you towards a greater destination. It is saying, yes, this hurts. Yes, this is difficult. And I am here, fully present with it, because I know it holds a key. This phase requires immense courage, for it means dismantling the protective walls we've built, allowing vulnerability to become our strength. It is the moment we stop running from ourselves and turn to face the reflection of our deepest truth, however challenging it may seem. Phase 2 is standing inside the fire. Once the wound is acknowledged, the next phase is to consciously inhabit the intensity of the transformation it ignites. Every soul carrying advanced frequencies, every starseed here to anchor higher light, will be met with the profound temptation to numb the pain, to escape the discomfort through distraction or avoidance, or to spiritually bypass the challenging emotions and difficult realities by pretending they don't exist or don't matter. Yet, the deepest alchemy happens in the heart of the blaze. When you plant yourself courageously in the core of the storm, not as its passive victim, tossed about by its forces, but as its chosen witness, its conscious alchemist, you transmute pain into unparalleled power. This isn't about suffering for its own sake, but about being present with the energetic process of purification and change. In this phase, you build the fierce inner courage, the unyielding resolve to say, I will not abandon myself in this moment of intensity. I will not flee from my own becoming, no matter how hot the fire gets. It is here that the old structures of the ego begin to melt. The limiting beliefs are incinerated, and the non-essential parts of your being are burned away, leaving only the pure essence. Standing inside the fire is an act of profound self-trust and a declaration of sovereignty over your own energetic landscape. It is understanding that the pressure is not meant to crush you, but to forge you into something stronger, more resilient, and more luminous than you were before. Like raw ore, purified in the furnace to extract precious metal, your trials refine your spiritual essence. Phase 3 is transmuting the narrative. Once you are willing to stand within the intensity, the shift in perspective becomes possible. Here, you move beyond the initial reaction of suffering and begin to actively reframe the experience. You shift from asking the disempowering question, "Why is this happening to me?" which often implies victimhood and randomness, to asking the soul-empowering question, "How is this shaping the one I am destined to be?" This is the phase where you consciously take the raw material of your experience, the pain, the struggle, the perceived failure, and weave it into a new story, a narrative of resilience, growth, purpose, and power. The moment you stop resisting the story, encoded beneath the suffering, and start actively listening to its deeper message, your DNA responds. The very blueprint of your being begins to recalibrate based on this new understanding. You realize you're not merely repeating endless cycles of hardship or stuck in a loop of suffering. You are actively unraveling the old timelines, the ancestral patterns, the collective residue of fear and limitation, not just for yourself, but for all who walk after you, and indeed, for the planet itself. You are clearing dense energy and rewriting the cosmic script through your own conscious awareness and choice. This phase harnesses the immense power of your consciousness to reshape your reality, turning burdens into blessings and setbacks into stepping stones. It is the understanding that meaning is not externally imposed upon your suffering, but is something you actively create from within, empowered by your divine perspective. Phase 4 is remembering the allies. True endurance on the higher path, the path of spiritual evolution and light anchoring, never happens in a vacuum. While the walk through the shadow can feel intensely personal and isolating, you are never truly alone. When the journey seems overwhelmingly difficult, when the path ahead appears uncrossable, when your own strength feels depleted, your cosmic and terrestrial allies begin to make their presence known more tangibly. Your guides, whether they are higher dimensional beings like the Arcturians, benevolent ancestors, star family members, light beings, or even earthly helpers who appear at just the right moment, begin to align their energy with yours, offering signs, sending intuitive messages, placing synchronicities in your path, or providing spontaneous infusions of courage and strength. This is the phase where synchronicity accelerates, becoming less like coincidence and more like divine communication. Timelines that seemed rigid begin to bend, opening unexpected doorways and possibilities. Helpers arrive precisely when they are needed most, often in unexpected forms. You become acutely aware of the vast web of light that surrounds and supports you, the star family that has always held watch over your journey, sending strength and guidance that you may not have noticed until the intensity of the trial stripped away the veils of distraction. Remembering your allies is recognizing that your resilience is amplified by the collective consciousness of light, that you are part of a vast cosmic team dedicated to the ascension of Gaia and all her inhabitants. It is opening yourself to receive the support that is always available, shifting from self-reliance born of isolation to interconnected reliance born of cosmic truth. Phase 5 is anchoring the breakthrough. After navigating the intensity and receiving support, there comes a silent, often crystalline moment, or perhaps a series of subtle shifts in every soul's path of adversity where you feel the breakthrough anchoring within your being. It might not be a sudden external change. The storm might still be raging around you, but something fundamental transforms within. The external pressure may not immediately end, but your internal resistance to it dissolves. It's like reaching the eye of the hurricane within your own soul. In this space of surrender, light floods in, illuminating the path forward and revealing the deeper truths hidden within the hardship. The shadow, which seemed like an insurmountable enemy, reveals its secret. You were never truly powerless. The breakthrough is not necessarily one grand explosive event where all your problems magically disappear, but rather the steady, undeniable return of your inherent sovereignty, your mastery over your own energy, your thoughts, and your reactions, rather than being controlled by external circumstances. It is the reclamation of your ancient memory, the deep soul-level knowing of who you are and what you are capable of. It is your cosmic authority being recalibrated and anchored within your physical body, in this precise life, right here on Earth. This anchoring is a vibrational shift. You begin to embody a new frequency of resilience and power. It's the moment the lessons integrate, becoming not just intellectual understanding, but lived reality, vibrating in every cell of your being. Anchoring the breakthrough is actively choosing to reside in this new state of being, allowing it to stabilize and become your new baseline reality, regardless of external circumstances. Phase 6 is receiving the reward. Having anchored the internal shift, you move into the phase of experiencing the tangible and intangible rewards of your perseverance. In this phase, the celestial gift arrives, a natural consequence of the inner transformation. Sometimes it manifests as a new vision for your life, a profound sense of inner peace that no external chaos can disturb, or perhaps an external blessing that perfectly mirrors the fortitude you cultivated within. A new opportunity, a supportive connection, a healing breakthrough. Other times, the reward is the felt presence of your own eternal self, the undeniable awareness of your connection to Source, the embodied realization of your divine power that allows you to effortlessly move mountains that once seemed insurmountable. You realize, with profound clarity and gratitude, that the real reward was not solely what would happen after. Your struggle finally ended, though external circumstances often do shift to reflect your new frequency. But what awoke and solidified inside you because you chose to endure, to face the fire, to transmute the pain, and to remember your truth. The greatest reward is the deepened connection to your soul, the activated gifts, the unwavering self-trust, and the embodied wisdom gained through the journey. It is the recognition that the universe conspires to support the courageous soul, showering you with blessings that align with your elevated vibration. This receiving is not passive. It is an active state of allowing the abundance, both spiritual and material, that is your birthright, to flow into your life now that you are a clear channel for it. Phase 7 is becoming the beacon. Having successfully walked the path through shadow and into embodied light, you now naturally radiate a powerful frequency of possibility, hope, and activated potential. Your very existence becomes a transmission. Others who are still navigating their own storms, who are searching for proof that transcendence is possible, see your light and find the courage within themselves to embark on their own ascent. You transmit a signal simply by being who you have become, by embodying the resilience and wisdom you have cultivated. You make the invisible threshold of ascension visible for those who are yearning for a way forward, for those who doubt their own strength. You become the living star map, your journey etched with the markers of trials overcome and light reclaimed, guiding new souls who are just beginning to awaken to their own divine potential and purpose. This phase is about emanation. Your energy field is a testament to the power of the soul to transform adversity into triumph. You don't need to preach or teach. Your vibration speaks louder than words, inspiring others to look within and find the same strength that carried you through. Becoming the beacon is fulfilling a crucial part of the Starseed mission, to show humanity, through lived example, that walking through the dark is not the end, but the path to becoming the brightest light. Your presence is a gift, a living embodiment of cosmic truth made manifest on Earth. You may have doubted your strength countless times. You may have begged for release from the pressure, for ease, for the crushing weight to finally lift from your shoulders. You may have wondered if you were fundamentally broken, if the mission was too much, or if you were forgotten by the very forces you serve. But hear this truth, vibrating from the core of the source, echoed by your star family, and affirmed by the deepest knowing within you. Your journey through the relentless dark was not a cosmic mistake, nor was it mere random misfortune or bad luck. It was the divine choreography of your remembrance, meticulously orchestrated by your soul and its guides across lifetimes and dimensions. Everything you survived was witnessed. It was witnessed by your higher self, the part of you that knew you would make it through. It was witnessed by all who will come after you, who will walk a clearer path because you blazed a trail through the underbrush of density. It was witnessed by your celestial family, by the Arcturian Council, by all the beings of light who never doubted your eventual rising, who held the vision of your victory even when you could not see it yourself. You did not come here to break. You came to activate the incorruptible code of resilience, the divine frequency of perseverance, seated in your ancient star lineage and woven into the very fabric of your being. Each moment you stayed, each breath you took when you felt like collapsing, each time you tried again in the face of deafening silence or crushing defeat, you were not just enduring, you were engraving a new blueprint of possibility onto the consciousness of this planet. You were creating a template for overcoming, an energetic pathway through density for others to follow. There is a divine timing, a sacred destiny in the unveiling of your brightest light. That moment of reward is not a prize arbitrarily bestowed upon you from on high. It is the natural, undeniable, celestial resonance that meets you at the summit of your own true becoming, a vibrational echo of the light you have cultivated within. It is the universe reflecting back the brilliance you have finally allowed yourself to embody fully. Tonight, in the quiet space you hold for yourself, take a moment to connect with this truth and speak this powerful affirmation into your field, letting the words resonate through every cell and every energetic layer of your being. Every trial, every tear shed in the darkness, every test of my spirit was not an obstacle, but the sacred gateway to my ascendance. I recognize the divine purpose in my journey. I claim my celestial reward, not as something external, but as the activated power and light within me. I embody my undiminished light, radiating the truth of my soul's eternal strength. I am the living proof that nothing that happens in this world can separate me from the greatness that resides within. Feel the truth of those words anchoring deep within your core. Before you scroll away, take a moment to be an active, conscious part of what's forming here in this collective energetic space. Drop one intention in the comments below. Something real, something from your heart, a desire or a declaration for the next phase of your journey. Then, extend your energy outwards and respond to someone else's intention with encouragement, love, or supportive energy. This isn't just passive consumption of content, it's collective alignment, a weaving of light threads between awakening souls. Energy multiplies exponentially when intention connects and is shared with authentic presence. If something in this message resonated deeply within your soul, if it stirred a knowing or ignited a spark of recognition, please don't keep it contained. Someone in your orbit, perhaps someone you know closely, or someone in your broader energetic field, is waiting for this exact activation, for this reminder of their own inherent strength and purpose. Share this message. And if you felt that undeniable soul nudge, that quiet yes within your spirit, subscribe to this channel. Stay in the flow of this frequency, this conversation, this community. Allow yourself to be supported and nourished on your path. You're not just watching a video. You are consciously participating in your own expansion and the collective awakening. This space, this connection, is your space, and we're just getting started on this incredible journey together. Before you go, remember the ancient wisdom encoded in your being. The darkest night precedes the brightest dawn. You have walked through the night, Starseed. Now, rise and shine. Your time is now. Like this video to signal to your star family, I'm ready. Subscribe if your mission is activating and you're aligning with your true frequency. Comment 999 if you feel your cosmic remembrance returning. Declare your galactic intention and reply to someone else's to amplify the signal. This isn't just a video, it's a point of reconnection. Your soul's been waiting for this,